Thank you, Corey. We've all heard the old adage of why buy the milk when you can get the cow for free. That's just one cliche. Well, nearly half of women 44 years old and younger have lived with a man before marriage, but the question is it the right decision? This is Emily Fry. Hopefully she has the answer. She's a relationships expert from It's Just Lunch. Is here to help you answer that. Okay, so first of all, what is It's Just Lunch?
Well, we're a matchmaking service for busy professionals. We've been in business 22 years. We have 150 offices internationally, so 2 million first dates, so we definitely know a lot about relationships.
I would say so. So let's talk about the stats. 1 in 4 women living with a man by the age of 20, and almost 3 in 4 by the age of 30. Okay, is that right?
It depends on what you want.
Okay.
I tell my former clients from It's Just Lunch, you know, if the woman wants to be married, if that's what you see the next step is, that's a conversation you've got to have before you move in. Because as you said in that old cliche, why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? You know, a lot of men, if you're living with someone and you're cooking and you're cleaning and you're cohabitating, a lot of men may feel like, why should I put a ring on it?
Right.
We're already living together. We're already in a committed relationship. So it's a conversation that you have to have before you move in with each other.
And you know what's so interesting? I've had this conversation with a lot of my friends, and even though they've had that conversation, once they move in, things seem to slow down in terms of him getting that ring. So even if you do have the conversation, it may not necessarily happen. So would you say just don't move in at all until you have the ring? Or you're saying you could chance it?
Well, I think you got to find a middle ground there.
Yeah.
I think it's important, like I said, to have the conversation and to know that there is a commitment there. There is a promise made. You know, that this is where we see the next step going. Because, again, you get in that situation and there's no reason for the guy to put a ring on it.
Exactly. Well, IKEA, everyone's talking about this, and IKEA did a commercial about it even. So how do you know that it is the right time to make a move when you're in a relationship?
I tell my clients and my friends as well, make sure that your heart and your head are on the same page. You know, a lot of people just think with their heart, oh, I want to be with this person 24/7 and I don't want to be without them every night again, and so on and so forth. And some people just think with their head, right? Well, it's a good financial decision. You know, we can split the bills, we can get a bigger place. You need to make sure that both of those are on the same page.
Well, Emily, when would you say it's too soon to move in? What would you think?
Definitely before a year. Definitely before a year.
Okay. So 3 months too soon.
3 months is too soon, yes. The other thing that happens that people need to be careful of is, according to these studies, the more women that are moving in with their partners before they're married also leads to greater childbearing. They're having children. So now you're in a situation where, and it's not necessarily a bad thing, but now you're in a situation where you're unmarried, you have a child with the person, you're living in a household, but you don't have the marriage, you don't have the ceremony, you're not saying those vows in front of your friends and your family. I had one client who was, you know, with a guy for 7 years, and she had his baby and they lived together, and she couldn't understand why he wouldn't propose. And I said, well, why would he? There's no reason for him to propose.
Oh boy. You know what? I want to ask you so many more questions and we're out of time. That's what happens on morning TV. Because I want to know about the rules you set when you move in.
We'll talk later.
Okay, and I'll post it